his junior year. He transferred. Shout out to JT Daniels, I guess. But anyway, Gustin.
Pretty soon we're gonna have the reincarnation of Joey Harrington.
That's nasty. We don't want to have that. No one wants that. Joey Harrington doesn't even want that. Let that man live. He's off minding his own business. Leave Joey Harrington the fuck alone, man. He ain't do nothing to you. He probably is a nice guy. But anyway, so he fractured his ankle. He actually had 7 sacks at the time. It was like, I think he's 7th nationally in sacks. So he was on pace to have an All-American type year. But he gets hurt, finishes his career with like 137 tackles, 21.5 sacks. And he's another guy who have to wait to see at the combine. Because he's a freak of nature athletically. But he looks kind of stiff. So it's like, I don't know if he's really Clay Matthews 2.0. Or just a buff-ass, strong pass rusher who really isn't fast enough.
Joey Harrington was so bad, they haven't had a pocket passer at Oregon since.
Herbert, Mariota.
Oh, you did not call Mariota a pocket passer.
Mariota was a pocket passer who can run.
Stop.
Bro, he was a pass-first QB.
Stop.
Do you want to go back? Look up Marcus
Just because I passed all over,
stats.
just because I passed all over you in NCAA 12 and 13 doesn't mean he was a pocket passer.
We never played NCAA football together. What are you talking about?
I know, I'm just talking shit.
You just know. You've been better off saying you played with the Titans one time. I'd be like, nah. I respect myself too much to do that. But anyway, so yeah, pass rusher, Bosa. Yeah, I think it's just going to be the standard now. A lot of cats are just going to be shutting down and not playing their bowl games.
You're not even talking about Bosa anymore. Are you serious right now?
I know.
Did you really just go back?
No, like, because Gustin.
Are you good, bro?
I'm good. But, like,
worse
with
than
the
our
Gustin
audio
situation.
Technology.
Nah, shut up. Wow.
Anyways, man, let's get to take a tangent.
I actually had one thing I was going to talk about. Raekwon Davis, Alabama defensive end, was pretty much caught on tape punching the shit out of a Missouri player. I mean, both fists. Just going in, ground and pound, punching the shit out of a guy from Mizzou, and he's going to get suspended for it. So, yeah. And that dude's like 6'7". I'm only like that's what I was gonna say. Fans.
Is there a better linebacker named than Raekwon?
There really isn't.
Like
you can't be trash with a name like Raekwon. In life, you can't be trash. Raekwon, the fucking chef. Raekwon McKillen, the Dolphins linebacker, who's really good, even though he tore his ACL his first year and the Raiders passed on him. I'm really getting tired of saying the Raiders passed on people. But speaking of which, to double back around, because honestly, with college football. LSU beat the shit out of Georgia, which was really shocking. They actually have a quarterback now, which goes to my point. When they have a quarterback, they're probably going to win national title. Joe Burrow, Ohio State transfer. They beat the dog shit out of Georgia, like 36-13 or something crazy. And LSU's going to have alternate unis.
But they lost to Florida.
Yeah, which is weird. But, like, they beat Georgia, like the third-ranked team in the nation.
Almost as weird as
Kentucky
USC
still ranked.
beating everyone and losing to Arizona.
No, they beat Arizona.
Like 3 years ago.
No, they beat Arizona this year.
I was talking about like 3 years ago.
That's true. But then they beat Colorado this year, too, which is 5-0. Colorado's like the most trash good team ever. Like, really. Like, when was the last time Colorado was really good?
When they had a female kicker? Oh, wait. Never mind. Yeah, I'm a scumbag. Sorry.
You said that out loud for people to hear.
I'm just going to go on the corner.
They literally started up a whole campaign.
Nah, I know. I'm
for her.
Yeah.
And they connected to the girl who got assaulted at Stanford.
Yep.
You're going to, like, the nastiest part of Hell's Way.
No, but really, though, like, that's really what started the fall off, and then that whole
Cody Hawkins and his dad.
Yeah, and then after that,
don't make your son start.
They went overmatched in the Pac-12, and they're just finally starting to like catch up and get competitive.
They only were honestly Boise State's a better team than them, and the only reason why Boise State will get put in the Pac-12 is because of the whole LDS thing. Because sometimes those cats go on LDS missions, and the fact that their other sports aren't that good. But I mean, Utah. Colorado, I don't believe in Colorado. But anyway.
Wait, why is Boise State an LDS school?
They have people who go on missions, and I don't fucking get it. Because like, there's a lot of Mormons. There's a lot of Mormons in Idaho. There's a lot of Mormons in Idaho.
Yeah, but you just said Latter-day Saints. Isn't that a different thing than Mormons?
But they still have people.
Yeah.
They have
That's
people.
definitely a different
No.
thing.
Time out. They have people who go on those
Definitely a
LDS
different
missions, though. I'm not even joking. Like, they do. Boise State has guys go on those Mormon missions, which I'm confused about. And
All right,
LDS
man. I don't really
missions.
care. So
USC had a guy go on the LDS mission. But anyway.
So Devonta Freeman and Ted Ginn are on IR. You got to take a tangent on that.
Devonta Freeman ruined my fantasy.
And what it means for the NFC South.
He wasn't really useful on that Falcons team anyway when he did play.
I disagree, but
nah, Tevin.
Look at their run game now.
Yeah, but they have another guy taking the place of him, and you got Tevin Coleman, who's a better home run hitter anyway, and a better receiver out of the backfield. And now you have a chance to give Calvin Ridley and those receivers. And Austin Hooper's gotten more targets. The passing game has opened up. They're not really going to miss Freeman because when he played, he didn't do much. He didn't really do anything against Philly before he got hurt. And he also ruined my fantasy hopes this year. Him and Derrick Henry. I'm 3-3 now. Getting my ass handed to me in fantasy football.
What about the Saints? Who takes over as the home run hitter?
Raekwon Smith out of UCF, who another guy the Raiders passed on. In addition to the fact that the Packers receivers are all eating because Equanimous St. Brown had like 100 yards, I think, for the Packers against the Niners, and so did Valdez.
Shout out to me.
Valdez Scantling.
Shout out to me.
South Florida, bro. I'll give you I'll give you Equanimous, but you're not getting Scantling. You're not getting Valdez Scantling. I call that. You ain't watched University of South Florida.
I really didn't.
You really didn't.
I really didn't.
You really don't ever watch them play. How dare you?
All right.
Legacy of Quentin
Next
Flowers.
one, since my technology's all dead.
But yeah,
Amari Cooper and Carl Joseph are on the trading block.
It turns
for
out
the Raiders. Turns out John Gruden is seeking a first-round pick for Amari Cooper, and basically will take whatever you can get for Carl Joseph and possibly Garyon Conley.
oh my God, just trade with the Cardinals already. Okay, first off, trade with the Cardinals already because Bidwell, the team president or owner, already said that they're not trading Patrick Peterson because they'd have to give up too much. But honestly, John Gruden is fucking stupid. I'm pretty sure John Gruden got sold oregano as a kid when he tried to smoke weed for the first time. The fact that his muscle-bound son is working for the Raiders already is like, okay. This reeks of Dan Hawkins, Cody Hawkins all over again. By the way, there should be a 30 for 30 on how shitty that Colorado program was because Dan Hawkins kept starting Cody Hawkins. But this, like, the fact that John Gruden's son is like one of the strength coaches, and the fact that he's pretty much usurped and just castrated Reggie McKenzie's role as GM, and the fact that he gave up a second-round pick for like the greatest pass rusher in the league, which is just stupid. Like, I expect them to trade Cooper for like a 4th-round pick. Watch. They're going to get trash back for Cooper.
Honestly, man.
And he'll be better with whatever new team he goes to.
Here's my tangent on that. Exactly. That was exactly my point.
Trade him to
exactly
Cleveland,
my point.
He'll be a fucking all-pro receiver. Watch.
Honestly, man, at this point, I really want Derek Carr, Amari Cooper. I want all them dudes to get traded just because.
You're going to blow the whole team up?
Yeah, man. I feel bad for every single person on the Raiders right now because, honestly, the Raiders are trash. They're so trash that a Raider fan actually created a website. It's johngrudengoneyet.net, which you can check up. It is a real-time ticker on John Gruden's contract and when it expires. So, yeah, I got it bookmarked on my regular computer. I got it bookmarked on my work computer. I got it bookmarked on my remote work computer. Like, yeah.
I just...
FTG.
The Raiders are so terrible. Like, it's just bad. Like, the reason why a lot of businesses fail is usually because of shitty management. Like, that's one of the number one causes I know.
Which, by the way, there's exactly 9 years, 12 weeks, 6 days, 15 hours, 16 minutes, and 9 seconds left on John Gruden's contract. This update was brought to you is grudengonyet.com.
All I want to say is this. Most people leave companies because the middle management is shitty and terrible. and the Raiders are a microcosm of workplace life. Get rid of your best employee.
Especially when you get a new CEO or a new
for a
VP.
shitty middle manager with a stupidly high inflated contract, and he's
ego. Don't forget the ego.
Oh, with ego,
he got a big ego.
Pause. Don't ever sing like that again.
Ooh.
I hope.
Ooh.
By the way, we're gonna be on the Get Right this Sunday,
Ooh.
and I hope they flame the shit out of you for how you just horribly sang. Hope they make you sing on the spot.
I'm cool.
But honestly, yeah. Like, his ego is so big it needs a wheelbarrow and, like, a safety deposit box.
All right.
That's how disgusting John Gruden is. It's just oozing everywhere. It's nasty. It's like a broken toilet that's overflooded of just shittiness. That's the Raiders.
Next one. The NFL, apparently this week at NFL owners meetings, one of the big topics of discussion was I'm talking to the listeners, Los Angeles Chargers.
They were actually talking about what's gonna happen with the Seahawks and Paul Allen too.
The Chargers' revenue goal was $400 million in luxury seats. That goal was cut to $150 million.
Bruh.
The Chargers are also last in the league with 26,000 average attendance. Of course, their venues only sits 27,000, so yeah, they were going to be. But if you actually watch the game,
in Carson next to
even
Cal
when those
State,
seats are sold, they're not often filled, and if they're filled by opposing fans. And yeah, pretty much the Chargers are trash. I got an inside source. I won't out them, but basically, he told me like a month ago that the Rams are pretty much like 80% done with their season tickets. The Raiders are like 60% done, and the Chargers are probably barely like 10% sold. So yeah, the Chargers are going through some shit. NFL is gonna have to figure it out, and who knows?
How about stop having to play at fucking Cal State Dominguez Hills? Yeah, that sounds real exciting. How about you just build a stadium in North?
How about now? I don't
Chargers
even.
there.
How about now? I don't even want the damn Raiders in LA because they're so trash and an embarrassment to what would be Marcus Allen's LA Raiders.
Unless you give me free tickets, and even then, I'll be talking shit the whole time, and I'm not even paying for concessions.
Next one, take a tangent. Your girl Rihanna said she was offered the Super Bowl halftime show, but she turned it down and suggested that people support Cap, and that's one of the reasons why she shut it down. So you got to take her a tangent on that?
I think all black entertainers should do that. Or it would be really funny if like Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Rihanna all agreed to do the Super Bowl and then just perform the whole time on a knee, like all of them.
That sounds like a South Park episode.
In Kaepernick jerseys, and just all.
Hey, write that screenplay right now, please.
Easy work. I better get credit for it. But yeah, but since they're not going to do that, I think they should just be like, no, we're not going to perform. Get fucking Adam Levine and Maroon 5 to do it. And then you have fucking ratchet ass Cardi B, and then you have Travis Scott, they're going to be there for precisely 2 minutes and 36 seconds, dancing, shaking their ass, and then it'll be over. And then it'll be just a bunch of Maroon 5 hits because we know who the Super Bowl caters to, and especially when you're getting a pop band like Maroon 5, it's mostly white people.
That's not true. That's factually incorrect.
No, okay.
That's factually incorrect.
Cardi B, Travis Scott, Maroon 5. What do you think their fan base is? Actually, technically, both their fan bases are kind of white because mostly white people buy most of the music, and especially in hip hop. White people usually buy more music than anybody else. Those are facts.
Those aren't facts.
It's true. In most white people buy most.
The NFL demographics are actually pretty.
But I'm talking
even.
about they picked a person.
Broadcast schedules are pretty even.
Who's Maroon? Who do you think most of Maroon 5 fans are?
You know who watches the most TV?
Yeah, I know. Black people.
Exactly.
Depending on what time.
And you know what's the largest TV event?
Black people are only 13%.
And what's the largest TV?
In case you didn't know that.
And what's the largest?
Black people are like 40%.
What's the largest TV event?
The Super Bowl.
Okay.
But did you notice I said black people are 13% of the population compared to white people who are 40%? So again, who do you think whose fan base do you think is bigger? You tell me Maroon 5's fan base is all black people?
No, that's not what I was saying.
But I'm
at all.
saying their fan base is predominantly.
I'm saying